Just to our right, we welcome you into Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Houston Texans and the Cincinnati Bengals. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
On 1st and 10, Watson into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick, and they will score a pick six for the Texans TD. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick six.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
The Bengals drive about to get going. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, Watson. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 2.
Third and 2, Watson. He'll get this one to Patrick. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first thanks to a flashy little spin move. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
You got nothing.
From the gun to give to Mixon. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
45, Mike, 45.
Now Watson. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target, but now it's 3rd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Lucky.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. It'll be a gain of 7, but I'd imagine we'll see the punt team here on 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They are going for it. Here's Watson. He's got his man, Boyd. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 48-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there.
58's the mic. 58.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. This has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. From the gun, here's Watson. He finds his running back, Mixon. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They said there was a lot of discussion in their defensive team meeting room after last week's performance. They had 7 sacks. Something in the water. There's one in the first quarter.
A lot of discussion, a lot of excitement, because now everyone wants to get involved with this. Who's going to continue that process? Who's going to get to the quarterback this week? But they have to be careful. When you have that much pressure, they want to use it against you. Draws, screens, those types of plays.
We'll see if they do that. The roughing the kicker called on 4th down. What a big break. Leads to a 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Mixon. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the Texans' 6-yard line.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
I'm coming. 58, boys, 58. 58's Mike. I'm going to come back to you. To you. Hey, 58 is the Mike. Going 58's the Mike. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school.
Watson. Rolling to his left, and he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Deshaun Watson, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
Well, this was a pass all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he? It was kind of like, wait. Oh, it's open. Time to hot-foot it and go. And, boy, was he successful.
Yeah, didn't go to the outside toward the pylon, just straight ahead, middle third of the field.
Shortest distance between 2 points. Straight line.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. On first down, it's Curtis, and not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. These two teams all tied after one. On 2nd and 9, Mariota going deep downfield. It got his man complete. Touchdown, Houston. John Ross, 76 yards. And the Texans have taken the lead. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. This is taken at his 4. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. He gets it to Thomas. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The Bengals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Let's go, D.
From the gun, Watson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Watch the twist.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. There he goes inside the 30. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Houston. John Ross, his 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game. And the Texans push further out in front. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Throwing again is Watson. He completes it to Boyd. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there. Watson on first down. Lets it go for Nelson. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
On 3rd and 1, here's Mariota. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll try the left side. Curtis. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. On 3rd down, Mariota. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning.
And the Texans first down.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw is Mariota. Open man is Ross, complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Looking for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. John Ross on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Texans push further out in front. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Joker. 66, bullet, now.
Now Joe Mixon. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Good side, baby. That's baby side. Wide. Get wide. Take 4. Hey, 59. Hey, 55. Short.
Watson just beating the play clock. Thomas has got it, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Mike, 45. What we got? Keep the boy down, he's coming. Kill. Hey, 31. Wide motion. 45's the mic.
On 1st down, it's Watson. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. On the run, it's Mixon. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
Watch the screen. You must be dreaming. Check 45 is the mic. Check 45 is the mic.
Watson on third down. They'll roll him out right. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. This is Josh Lambo. He hit from 57 a year ago. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. This is taken at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, Mariota going deep downfield for Ross. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jordan Evans coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. The Texans send the punter out. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. This is taken at about the 14. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Come on, D. 58's the mic. 58's the mic. 24. Here we go, D. Here I come.
On 2nd and 9, Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zach Cunningham rolling in to get the sack.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal?
Watch the screen. Check three.
Now Watson from the gun, he'll throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Watson going to stay out there as they'll go for it on fourth.
Kill. Turn. Alert. Kill, turn up. Orbit. 45 to the mic. 65. 65. Check three. Check safety. To the pass. 6.
They're going for it. It's Watson. Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Texans scoop it. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. He had gained really good yardage, but that's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you've got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
They'll run on first down. It's Curtis. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Move. 3. Hey, check. 3 down.
Now Mariota. Got a man open. It's Ross. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Third and short yardage. Mariota. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. Now a loose football. Coleman lost it.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That good for 19 and a 1st down. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 48-yard line.
Hey, we got to snap it. We got to snap it.
This is Mixon. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Texans 47-yard line.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. I'm coming. 58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike. Let's go, D.
They'll try the air now with Watson. Over the middle, complete. That's Neal. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 27-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
You got tape.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Back now in Cincinnati. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
He's coming. Double up.
Now a give right side, Coleman. And down inside the 15 he goes. A Bengal 1st down on the 16-yard pickup there. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Man, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Let's get in there. And 58 is a Mike. Go 58. Switch.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal. Here's a run with Mixon. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on. Check 31, check 31. One.
On 2nd and 9, Mariota. Safarian Jenkins has it. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. So that throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Mariota from the gun on 3rd down. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Mariota now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
4th quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that plus 3.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. To the air again, Mariota. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Mariota going to bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Here's Mariota. He'll take a shot for the end zone. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. Marcus Mariota with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Texans push further out in front. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going, and it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receiver.
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. So now the Bengals offense will stay out there as they'll decide to go for 2. They'll try and run it in with Coleman. And he'll get in for the score. And that's going to cut the lead down to 13. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carl Lawson make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Mariota. Throw left side, complete to Ross. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Going deep for Hopkins. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins. His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Texans push further out in front. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone can stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score.
24 down, he's coming.
Faking the give. Now Watson. Buying time to his left. He's going to let it fly. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
They get 5, and it will go ahead and move the chains.
Let's go.
Out of the gun, Watson. Flushed out right. And Thomas has it. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. Steps away to his left. He'll try and run it. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Now a 1st down throw. Watson under pressure now. Watson, and down he goes. Rashad Evans, the linebacker, recording the sack there. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Here's Watson. Forced out to his left. And an alley to run. Good yardage there on the scramble, and all of a sudden they're left with a 3rd and 2, much more manageable. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Now it's Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A'Shawn Robinson, too much to handle that time, gets the sack. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring.